Hi everyone, welcome to Nice Driving 20. And as normal, this episode's packed full with examples of what to do rather than what not to do. My viewer shows some good patience in this clip, and even when the jogger sticks a thumb up to say it's good to go, my viewer holds back because they can't see properly. Perfect. If someone else came flying from the opposite direction, everyone would be in danger. Don't be rushed by anyone, make sure you overtake when you see it's safe. I know the jogger was only trying to help, but don't feel pressured into forcing that person behind past. Let them decide. It was also a nice wide pass. Top marks with this first clip. This video is sponsored by NordVPN. This kind of fix for this scenario doesn't happen very often, but I'd just like to make people aware that if you do decide to reverse to help, there could be pedestrians or other vehicles about. Make sure it's safe before you go backwards. But it was a good quick thought, as sometimes the best place to deal with a meeting situation is at the entrance to a junction. Nice job. We usually have a few examples of dealing with emergency service vehicles, and this is a good one. At this point in the clip you can't hear the ambulance, but that doesn't mean my viewer couldn't hear it. It only starts now. But my viewer's already onto it. Look at the space they're leaving. Perfect to allow this flow, enabling the ambulance to get to that patient that little bit sooner. Good job. A high percentage of collisions happen at junctions, so if you approach fast you leave yourself less options. This isn't what my viewer does though. They're able to sort that nice and early. Perfect. You don't see situations like this very often, but it helps when traffic's heavy. Zip merge again, but it's not when the road narrows, it's with the junction at the side. I know the Corsa let 2 out, but you get where I'm coming from. Every direction keeps moving when this happens. Before we go any further, I'd just like to have a quick word about today's video sponsor, NordVPN. NordVPN is a virtual private network which gives you an encrypted private connection between two machines. When you use this service, any internet sites that track user data will see NordVPN's information rather than your device's information. This can have many benefits. NordVPN has advanced malware capabilities and has become more than just a VPN. It's now a powerful cybersecurity tool. If you use my link in the description, NordVPN have 3 plans that you can choose from, and at the moment if you use my link you've got 4 bonus free months. You can easily choose where your connection seems to be originating from, helping you keep your data safe, and you can also use it on 6 devices. It works on every major platform, including Windows, Android, iOS, macOS and Linux. Even your Android TV supports NordVPN. NordVPN is also fast. In fact, it's the fastest VPN out there. It's easy to use. It takes just 1 click. Open the map, click on a location and you'll be connected in seconds. It's that simple. If you get NordVPN using my link, it's also risk-free as it's covered by the 30-day money-back guarantee. I'm really happy with my subscription to NordVPN, as I know it's always looking after me in the background, keeping my data safe wherever I choose to travel. Larger vehicles don't have the room on some of our country's roads. We need to appreciate this and always be ready to help them out. This was a good wait at a bigger space. In this clip, my viewer does travel a little close to the vehicle in front. Although the gap is growing, it should be 4 seconds in these weather conditions, and if they had been a little bit further back, this incident would have been less of an issue. But that little bit of extra thought from the flatbed in front made the situation that little bit safer. Use what you've got. Any incident where there's a vehicle broken down on a carriageway is made worse by people travelling closely. Give yourself more time and thinking space. Another help of an ambulance, and this one's a good one. Would you have held back there, or would you have just followed the bus? Just because people are going past some parked cars doesn't mean it's going to be safe for you. The follow the leader mentality is something that I see all too often, and it regularly causes problems. Not here though. I think this clip shows perfectly how important mirrors are. If you can't see behind you, you'd be thinking, what the hell is this car doing in front? Being a good driver involves being aware of ahead and behind constantly, and it makes things easy. I also like how my viewer takes the position in the lane and lets the other car in front rejoin. I'm sure you'll be familiar with my thoughts on driving in a staggered formation, especially on complex roundabouts. My viewer just about does enough.
Oh. Did you beep?
The "did you beep" comment is a little worrying. Do people think that that's what you've got to do in situations like this? I love this clip. Lorries aren't ever going to be able to accelerate like a car. Just give them a little more time.
Purchase by 5th of April and claim on website within 60 days. Terms apply.
The Wi-Fi's down. Wi-Fi.
Pretty good appreciation of being in a blind spot. Just slow a bit sooner next time. Still fixed it though. Well done. Seeing is believing. Being a good driver often involves accommodating others' lack of thought. This was a good hold back, and it was needed too. Have a look at the queue further up. So my view is allowing more traffic to flow. Perfect. Have you spotted the problem yet? If you didn't, replay the clip and have a look how early you can see the lorry. The amount of clips I see where people ride into danger is frightening, and it's nice to see it not happen. Some cyclists can learn from this clip also. We should all look after the more vulnerable and the less skilled. Hands up if you need lessons. This clip shows excellent awareness, and it's a superb use of the horn. Again, sorting other people's problems out. Brilliant. And it's a good hold back of the crossing. Narrow country roads. What could happen down here? Nicely worked out together. And again. When people share the roads, things are always much nicer. and it's appreciated. Another great example of sharing. Just because you should have priority doesn't mean it's always the correct thing to proceed. If you spot situations like this, slowing early holds you up very little. Try and arrive at a gap. Another great example of sharing, and some good awareness of people around you. Not the best dashcam footage, but it's still good driving. If you're in the market for a new dashcam, please don't forget the links are all in the description. It helps support the channel and it's much appreciated, as was how my viewer acted towards this potential new driver. They're obviously flustered because of their mistake. Do the best to make it better. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all my viewers and subscribers for sending in all these brilliant videos. And hopefully you've taken something from this episode that you can add into your driving. Keep safe everyone, and I'll see you all soon.